Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Michael, you're watching IDB, and these are the new second generation AirPods Pro. Honestly, they are probably the best pair of AirPods I've ever used. So in this video, I want to talk a little bit more about these headphones and also tell you why you might want to consider them as well. So let's go ahead, roll the intro, and jump into it. So I figured before I talk about these new headphones, I should probably talk about why I wasn't a fan of the previous AirPods Pro. So I was able to come up with 3 reasons as to why I wasn't a fan of the first gen AirPods Pro. The first one was fit. So I would use the small size ear tips on the first gen Pros and they just wouldn't stay in my ears. Every time I would put them in, it would always fall out of the left ear first, but the right one would follow quickly after, and I could never get that secure fit that AirPods Pro were known for. So I guess my ear canals are really small, but I just couldn't get them to fit inside my ear. And the second issue I had with the AirPods Pro was charging and alignment. So this may have partially been my fault, but I have this little wireless charging pad in my bedroom, and whenever I would put the first gen AirPods Pro down on that wireless charging pad, half the time when I would wake up in the morning, the AirPods wouldn't be charged just because they weren't aligned perfectly on the wireless charging pad. So like I said, that may have been partially my fault, but it definitely was frustrating. And then the third reason as to why I wasn't a fan of the first gen AirPods Pro was lack of volume control. So when I'm in the gym using my headphones, sometimes before a really intense set, I like to pump up my volume. And with the first gen AirPods Pro, I just wasn't able to do that. I had to go to my Apple Watch or use my phone. So you probably get where all of this is heading. The new second gen AirPods Pro literally fix every single problem I had with the first gen AirPods Pro. So the fit, that is now perfect. I've never had a pair of AirPods fit as well as these do. As soon as I got these, I put on the new extra small tip size, and these things fit perfectly. I'm finally now able to get that really good acoustic seal and finally experience the really good noise canceling that AirPods Pro were known for a bunch of other people, but not for me because I couldn't get them to fit. So now with the extra small tips, I can now finally experience AirPods Pro the way they're actually meant to be used. And then the other issue I had with the first gen Pros is charging and alignment, and that is also fixed on these new ones. So every time you place them on a charging pad or plug them in, they now have an audible chime so you know when they are charging. And then finally, the other gripe I had with the other AirPods Pro was lack of volume controls, and with the new second gens, you can finally control the volume right from the earbuds themselves. So if those 3 things were the only things that improved from the first gen to the second gen, I think these would still be my favorite headphones, but Apple did also include a bunch of other improvements as well. So the first one is there is now a lanyard strap on the right hand side of the case. I can't see myself ever using this, but if you're someone who loses their AirPods a lot, I have a feeling this is going to come in very handy. So it's made of metal, it looks like. It's not made of plastic, so it's going to be very durable. So if you want to attach your AirPods Pro to your backpack, for example, you can now do that with this lanyard attachment. So another nice change on the new AirPods Pro that completely came out of left field, nobody was expecting this, is you can now charge these with an Apple Watch charger. So the example that I like to give is I have Apple's MagSafe Duo charger, and on the left side it's normal MagSafe for the iPhone, and on the right side is an Apple Watch charger. So now when I'm using my MagSafe Duo, I can have my iPhone on the left side and still charge my AirPods using the Apple Watch side. So now to talk about the sound quality, I am not an audiophile or anything, I'm just a normal guy who likes to listen to headphones. I do notice a difference in sound quality when comparing them to the first gen AirPods Pro. So I'm noticing a lot more clarity in the mids and the highs, and also some of the high notes have a certain sharpness to them that you really didn't get with the previous AirPods. And then finally, the last point I want to make in terms of sound quality is the bass and the low end is significantly improved on the new second gen Pros. So if you're upgrading from the first gen to the second gen, I'd say the improved bass is probably the #1 thing that most of you are going to notice. And I think these improvements in the bass come from the much bigger audio drivers inside the earbuds. So from the first gen to the second gen, Apple has made the drivers inside the earbuds a lot bigger. And there's also a new feature on the second gen Pros called adaptive transparency mode. So Apple is known for having one of the best transparency modes in the audio game, and it gets even better with the new second gen Pros. So if you are out on the street and you have transparency mode turned on and there's a big loud bang from like a construction site nearby, the AirPods are going to turn down that noise, but it's still going to keep on transparency mode. So this is a really cool way to still hear everything around you, but the AirPods are going to protect you from any unnecessary loud noise. And then another feature on these headphones is called personalized spatial audio. So this is probably the most Apple feature ever. So how it works is inside of settings on your phone, you scan your face and your ears, and it literally gets a 3D map of the shape of your ear, and apparently it personalizes the audio profile for you. So I listened to music before I set this up, and then I played the exact same song after I set it up. And it did sound a little bit different, but I don't know if it sounded better per se. So it is kind of cool that you can personalize your audio experience based on the actual 3D shape of your ear canal. I just don't know if it improved the audio experience that much for me. So just a few very small things I want to touch on at the end, a few quality of life improvements, if you will. First up is these now have precision finding. So if you lose these somewhere in your house, for example, you can now locate the exact location of these, just as you can with anything that has an AirTag attached to it. The AirPods pretty much act as if there's an AirTag inside of these. And also with Find My, because they have a speaker, as I mentioned before, if you lose these, you can now play an audible sound out of the speaker to help you find them. And also when you're trying to locate them with Find My, the light on the outside of the case can now flash, which can come in very handy. And then finally, something that's kind of fun, if you choose to get these AirPods engraved, they are gonna sync with iCloud. And then when you go to pair your AirPods, you're also gonna see the engraving appear on the image of the AirPods on your phone. So it's totally unnecessary, but it is the most Apple thing ever. So as I'm over here editing the video, I realized I completely forgot to mention the noise canceling of the AirPod Pros. So Apple says that the new 2nd Gen Pros have twice as good noise canceling as the 1st Gen. In my testing, I don't think they're twice as good, but the noise canceling definitely is class leading. And if you're looking for noise canceling in a pair of wireless earbuds, these are definitely the best ones you can get. So that's gonna pretty much do it. That covers everything new on the 2nd Gen AirPods Pro. As I said, I love these headphones because of the fit. I can finally get them to stay in my ear with the new extra small ear tip, the speaker, and also the volume control on the earbuds. Those are the 3 things that really make this worth it for me. So that's gonna pretty much do it. I want you to tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. Tell me if you plan on upgrading your current AirPods Pro, or if these are going to be your first ever pair of AirPods Pro. Definitely make sure to let us know in the comments below. So with all that said, I wanna thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Michael with IDB, and I'll see you next time.